this isn't actually too difficult, so don't worry too much. It's fairly straightforward to actually install the TimeLanes on MT4. Now you'll get a download when you click the link. You'll be asked to save a zip file, and I've saved it to the desktop, and you'll be asked to save it somewhere. So save it somewhere where you can find it. Unzip it. So here I'm just going to extract all. Okay. And now I get this file. For a second, and then you'll see inside it you've got 4 files, and these 4 files we have to install in MT4. Now to do that we have to access the MT4 data folder, and that's pretty easy. So you have a vanilla install of an MT4. It probably looks something similar to this. The first place to do is, once you've uncompressed and got your files ready, is to click on File. So that's here, File, top left, File, and then this here, Open Data Folder. Now if you ever get lost in the file structure, always just close out the folders and do it again and go into the Open Data Folder this way. Now looks like you've got a lot of folders and looks very scary. You've got these long numbers at the top. Don't panic. Now if you've got multiple MT4s, you'll find that this number will change, but again, don't panic, because it'll only open the folder that's relevant to this particular MT4 that you've got. So what we've got to do is we've got to install these in these files. Now, but which ones, you'll say? Well, the most obvious one is a template file. This bottom file here, the TPL, is a template file. Now the first folder here that we can see, it says templates. Just open up this folder, we click copy, and then we click paste, and there we have it. Okay, now we move up. Then the next ones to install are the application file, which is a DLL, which is a library file, and the 2 actual indicators. Now the second indicator, the pivot point indicator, you don't necessarily have to install if you don't want it on there. I just personally like the pivot points, but each to his own, let's say. So what we'll do next is install the application file. Now to do that, as I said, once you've come out of the templates file, and we do that by coming up here, we go into the MQL4. Now if you want to get there directly from here, it's File, Open Data Folder, MQL4. Okay, now we look here for the libraries. So we're trying to install this one at the top. This is the application, or the DLL file. So look for the libraries, literally just copy and we paste it, and then we've got that. Now the final 2 are the actual indicators, and again, to get out we click this up button here. This is obviously for Windows, and the next folder up just happens to be indicators, so we'll enter that, and then we just copy, shift down, hold CTL to select more than one thing, and copy them both into here like this, and you'll find that they're being copied. There we got M's. There we are. Yep, so that's copied. Job done. So we can close this down. Next thing to do is to let Martin or myself know what your MT4 number is. Now each MT4 has a different number, so what we need is this number here at the top, the account number. Okay, so if you give us, send us, because it won't work without that. So what I will do is I will close this MT4 down and restart it, and then the MT4 will grids will start to install. Okay, now I've sent Martin the account number. Installing the actual grids is pretty straightforward. Now, the first thing to note is you need to install them on either a 1 or a 5 minute time frame. 1 hour won't work, it won't look right. So you need to click on 1 minute or 5 minutes, either way. You change the time frame with these buttons. You can also change it here, 1 minute or 5 minutes, and there's multiple ways of changing the time frame. So the next thing we do is we load the template. Now if you remember, we called this template TimeLanes 4x. So we click on it, we should find that the time lanes load up. So this is an old computer, but it gets there in the end. Okay, now if you hadn't given Martin your number, this wouldn't have appeared. The chart would have just closed down. As you can see, the first chart is done. Let's take cable. Again, let's change the time frame to 1 minute. Go down to the template, click on TimeLanes 4x template. There we are. It'll start to come through a little quicker now the first one's on. There we go. That's 2. Now when you get the commodity grids, if you do them, the process is exactly the same, except your template will be labeled dependent upon which indice or commodity that you're actually using. So time frame, in this case 1 minute, I'll use that way to do it, and template again 24 is there, and you just see, close it up, lengthen it to how long you want it, job done. Sometimes it can hang with the colour. We'll just do the last one here. 1 minute time frame, and template 4x, and there we are. Everything is as it should be. Sadly, we've got a very quiet start to the week and zero movement. Everything's a little bit bunched up, but it will start to spread out. Dolly Yen itself looks like it's doing a bit. But now if you want to get more time lanes on, you can just close down these windows here, close down the window at the bottom. This is why I tend to use a demo for this. I mean, you can load it onto your live, and if you've got a problem with real estate, it's not a problem. If you've got a problem with real estate, put it onto your live, and obviously you're going to get less grids because you're going to need a lot of the other stuff on it. But if you don't, you've got multiple screens like I have here, you can set up a demo, just have the grids on the demo, so you can get a lot more grids. So there we go. Now we can make it so we've got room for, we can have another row here. Obviously there's we've got the commodities to come, so you decide how you want your grids. This is pretty much the same as any other system. Okay, hopefully that has explained how to install the grids for you.